I'm kind of pumped for this. I remember watching it last year and it was insane. Oh yeah, it's a good comeback last year, wasn't it?
Last year was a good comeback, yeah. Okay, Pacific on defense, APEKS on attack. We've got Nil and Weber in the call.
I think it's going to be a 5 mapper, no matter what. I'm not gonna lie.
The barriers go up here on Sunset.
I mean, I'm down for the 5th map.
Will get off to
I'm
a
already
start.
down for the 5th map.
For APEKS on the attack side, they're
I
the
say
ones
3
with
This
the
guy
lanes.
has the gentle mates
they want to take some
classic.
space of their own.
Oh, so he does.
Gentle walk down on B.
What time are you guys on?
No
I go
pressure
1,
applied
2, 4,
just yet.
1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 0,
Waiting
1,
to see
19,
contact from the
18,
defenders.
7,
Void
7.
of it. They've got to make a choice.
I'm on
where they
Weber's.
take this.
This map at least I'm going to be really focused on Pacific. This is
The
one I feel
YouTube
like
stream's
based on how
late.
things have gone. APEKS are definitely favored. Like this is the map that favors them the most. All the others I can put in a middle ground or put even maybe in
104,
favor of the Turkish
103.
squad.
Is that right?
But the fact is,
Yeah, perfect.
Pacific have
Yeah.
tried to switch up their composition. They've taken a risk. And if this squad gets going, they're really difficult to stop. They have been a momentum-based team all the way through. The group stage, the playoffs, you name it. For now, though, they are patient. Not playing too aggressively, sitting back and
Little
waiting
drone
for APEKS
fake
to come to
over
them.
towards B.
Patient
Get on to A. Everyone going quiet.
To make their way into a site. So
Decent attempt at a fake.
Defense may just pay
In
off.
market.
Voided most info and a sneak up by Malsey that's caught, but it doesn't send them packing from the A
Not
side.
a big fan of it, to be honest. I
Aware
thought
this
Malsey
could
did
still be a
that.
play in
Yeah,
this
yeah, you
direction.
gotta have
They've
more
got the
util in this
knowledge,
range.
still
But I think
three
he had
players
to, like,
stacked
because
up
the
and
drone got
ready,
nothing, so he
waiting
just,
for APEKS,
I think he
begging
screwed his
them
drone
to
off a little
step
bit.
through that choke
He didn't make it around the
point.
corner.
Well, he will go down, and so too will Hype.
So you have to try to sell a better
APEKS
fake.
with no ground, caught behind a
Yeah,
smoke,
but
and the
I agree though.
I wouldn't even
on
go
this
at that
side
point. I'd
awaiting
just be
them
like, look guys,
this
look
round.
at
Seems
this,
to
like,
be
good
done
comeback.
and dusted. A hero for APEKS will
Damn,
not be
bro.
found as Pacific take the pistol.
So
That was like-
yesterday, it was a 5-1
Actually,
pistol.
APEKS and pistol.
Yeah.
They didn't look comfortable though.
Yesterday, Pacific won 5 out of 6 pistols.
They were being tentative.
Oof.
They were taking their
I
time.
think they won
trying to clear
a
out
lot
the
of them
map,
as well
and
in
that
the
time
Alliance
sort of
stage.
ended
Like
up
they won
biting
a lot of
them
pistols.
Yeah,
towards the
Very
end.
good
Some
on
of those
they were
opening
pistol.
battles
They were
still
wrecking
go their
everyone.
way.
How does he survive for
It's
so
also
long?
going to be fun
There
having
was only
both
one
of
best
them
of
on
3
that
where they
field.
got wrecked with
Both of these
pistols, like the
players
first
have been
CGM best
focal
of 3.
points. Two of the best players throughout the entirety of the tournament. I think Kayak, as we've said, has been one deemed for the VCT. No
These
matter
guys get
what
pumped, man.
the result is
Bruh,
today.
it's fun, man. It's like
But
watching
the
you
fact
guys.
is, comeback, just 17 years of age. He's got a long, long time to make a name for himself. Already,
I really do hope that APEKS, like,
he's put himself on the map. Third kill already.
I'm not gonna
in
say
this
the word
map.
crumble, but I've kind of like said it without saying it. But like, I really hope they do just like lock in and it's like a good game. You know, like I do have like a bit of a concern that APEKS might just...
I agree.
Yeah.
So me personally, if I'm part of APEKS here, I'm picking Ascent first instead of Sunset because I'm so sure that that's like the free win, and you want to start off good. Whereas this feels like more of a closer map.
And I think that's why you see them go that little bit more aggressive for those early fights.
Do you guys in Heretics like looked at how they approach ecos? Like differently to other teams?
Extra rifle as well, but this
Yeah,
is where
Pacific?
you sort of
Yeah.
expect
No.
APEKS to get themselves onto the board.
not.
Obviously kicking things off on that
been playing
attack
World of
side, I
Warcraft.
think is where we kind of have
No,
to
they've only ever been
teams
ecoed
should
3
shoot
times.
the majority of their
Yeah?
rounds, so
They have a
that's
team of
it.
full Turkish
When
as well.
looking at
That's
this
why I
Turkish
see.
squad being that sort of momentum-based team, they take this one and things really
Turkish
do get
gamers don't get
interesting.
equaled.
A 5-0 start for
That's
comeback,
true.
certainly a momentum builder, and for APEKS on that attack side, shutting him down is going to become part of the conversation as time goes
when
on.
they're, like,
Minute 30
anti-bonus.
on the clock, barriers
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
went up, and
Or
APEKS
anti-equal.
already looking
It
for
was
control
like
of the main, but a
I did
large part of this game
well, I got Bacon
is
to
gonna
do the
be
running
dealing
back.
with
It's like
Jealous setup. The
anything
Sentinel
under
gonna have to be rooted
20,000
out of position
bylines.
in the early
So it's
round.
like
The first
you can have a
task is to
rifle in
figure
there
out
as
where
well.
he's putting his traps, and then
Very
you'll
cool.
see those shock darts deleting them. Already the first to be dealt with.
Yeah, the defense taking that early rotation.
I'm glad they didn't
looking
just
at the lurk
execute
of
him
Hype.
through the...
The fact that he's so deep up and he's taken down Loiter, that was an aggressive position, but one that he expected. And it almost pulls the second player back. You can see the defense, though, again, trying to be proactive, using the drone, trying to get as much information as they
Did you
possibly
remove the
can.
captions?
But
There's
he
like a
has
One
CC
benefit of
thing at the
another
bottom, I
match over
think.
the
currently
KO is
waiting
like...
on this B site.
Or you can just
Even
press
if they
C.
use
Oh, I
like
didn't know
APEK,
that.
it's hard for
They're
them
not
to run
over-rotating to
down
that
the
A side,
Omen
panicking
in
and
like a
allowing APEKS
traditional
to
sense
take
because the
advantage
Breach
of the
can just
chaos
pull out a
instead.
stun,
They're
stun
sitting
them, and then like you can
waiting
like
for
kind of
play,
like
and a little bit of mid-information from Rose
reposition on
comes
A.
at a heavy cost with
So
him
it's not
down.
like a
Pacific
great
still
rundown.
have those
but-
Nah,
rifles
I think a
from
hot
the
start's
early
crazy
round. It's on
important,
comeback,
Prodigy.
and it's on
Crazy
the wall.
important.
Breach rotated in as
Especially
well.
when
You see that
you're
stun
the
go
ones
through.
that are
There's gonna be
expected to
some
win.
supportive utility, but still 2 flashes and 30 seconds on the clock. APEKS really need to up their gear. A lot to clear out with 3 players on the back of this site. Everybody's here. Oh! Pacific
boy.
invited to the site, and APEKS, well, they've got a player late to the
Didn't take
party.
enough of the
It's
site,
it's hype,
unfortunately.
55 HP
Yeah,
with no
there's like a
chance.
lot of people here.
And Pacific answering back with a third
No matter how
round
awkward it is,
already,
like if you just
shutting
try and
APEKS
plant
out of
front
the early
side, you
half.
just
I
lose.
feel like we
Yeah,
saw some of this
without
yesterday,
taking
but
back.
we kind of put it down to CGN jitters. Like
Yes.
they get
Oh,
these
yeah.
big advantages, and you go, you know, maybe the German roster's kind of throwing that one away a little bit. It's just happened to APEKS.
Little bonus.
Like you have to bear in mind,
Bonus
we
is
talk
pretty
about
good.
this team,
3v4 now,
experience,
4v5.
They've been around a long time. That's the whole story we're selling you. This is their first match on stage. All year. Like, we haven't seen them over even in their own region be able to play in these sort of matches, so that pressure can come in early on. And when you have youngsters who've been on the stage yesterday, thrived, and have kicked off 7-0 already for comeback, it's getting dangerous, and we're only just a few rounds in.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
Whoa.
Goes out for a
Whoa,
bit of
whoa,
aggression,
chill,
and no one
boys.
follows. Both meet
That
the same fate in the late lurk from
was,
Evovo. Catches Rose
Unique-
completely
unique
off
from the
guard.
Sliggy.
From
Yeah,
having a
this is
chokehold
number
on
4.
the game, even with those
Or is it?
disadvantages, to now a 5v2 in the blink
Like-
of an eye. This round has fallen into
that's-
APEKS hands.
they got no
but
guns,
They
though,
did it with 3
like, they didn't
players
pick up
last
any
time,
rifles.
and none of the rifles have been recovered
Still
by
too much,
APEKS.
though.
There is
Look at the
still
strip,
a
by the way.
chance, but it's a slim one.
The long one across, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna need
I was
another
definitely
clutch
sliding
play.
into that. But we don't let us get broken by like.
I was going to say, you're going to hear that even when you go
Kayak
close right looking for the camera
He's one
on
of
the
the lower
tree.
HP players.
Yeah,
The
but
steps,
with the default
depending on
shock
how
dart, not
forward
just
LaRoque
break it
gets,
anyway.
I think he's heard them.
I don't think
He
so.
has.
Nah,
He
not
might be
that
in
one.
the perfect place
No?
at the perfect time.
Aim
Goes
to the
for
right.
swing, only gets
Oh,
one
he
though.
goes for a
good
swing
trade from
here.
Soulcast. And again,
The audio,
this
yeah,
pressure
the audio
goes
is
back
slightly off.
onto Jellison, trying to make his way back
Yeah,
across the map.
as much as I talked
over
about them
onto the
handling
safe
ecos,
side.
I hate how they
And you
played
mentioned
against
those
this
weapons not
eco.
being in hand. Well, now they are.
The Neon,
Now
when
they've
you got the
overtaken
outlaw,
that
makes no
space,
sense
and
to me.
Pacific have
30
only
seconds.
Jellison
Yeah.
to attempt the recovery.
True, but I also think the Neon
Definitely
against
not in a
Eco
pretty
is
position.
pretty clean, right? But
I like
not
most
when
games
you
like
have
that.
the
I like that aspect of
onto
it.
hype, not
Yeah.
aware of Sulcus' position. No, I guess he thought
Okay, this was a big
Hype
mess
had
up.
the spike,
I'm
but
not gonna lie, I'm
there was
kind of
a
happy that
second
happened
man on
because
site. That's
they might
APEKS
relax them a little bit.
around on
Yeah.
the board in
Yeah,
an
that's fine,
unlikely
that's chill.
scenario.
Yeah, that's it. Sometimes the pressure gets to you, sometimes you thrive within it. And while Soulcast, these are the sort of rounds that
That's the only thing about swinging that
you're
angle
not
with an
going to
omen
get too
blind. You're
often,
never gonna
but when
blind
you
everyone.
do, you got to
Yeah,
grasp
you
them
only
with both
get
hands. I like the
off
fact
of
that
it.
they were hesitant as well, not to just
You
go
need the
barrel
KO
straight
slasher
into
and
the
brute
cypher
slasher.
setup after it was
Yeah,
spotted.
that was
It's like a way better stun you
And
can
now, getting their finances back on track. Comeback immediately going to purchase back into that
One away
operator.
from a
This
KO.
agent change, him switching
Op
from
comes
Raze to
out.
Neon, allows him to be that little bit more proactive, have a almost get out of jail free card with the slide.
Okay, so every moment, every
that
time in the
matter,
moment, it looks like they
their
want it.
A-site
Oh, I
initial
was going to say they
hold
want to
was
set up
very
one over
proactive.
towards
They
the
just
A.
wanna
I
set
thought it
up
was going to
loads
be
of
the
it. Want
op,
him in
but they
play
want to let
so
the
they
op
can
just
hold
move
that side of the
around.
map and
That's
rotate
7 and 1
elsewhere.
right now. There's 8 and
Back
1.
straight in for the fight on Kayak. We saw that late lurk up from Avova last round, and well, they're certainly not going to get caught by it
My
early in
God,
this
that
one.
was close. Thing is, you know this guy's always going to
Disadvantage now,
repeat.
Sitting with the defender side, the operator as well, a factor that's going to be in the back of the minds of APEKS.
Kind of natural
Seemed
selection
to
from
be gearing up to
Kayak,
be hit, but I
unfortunately.
think they're just
Doing
gonna
this?
get
Yeah.
hype into this position.
Like, he's got no one
Planting
covering like his side,
try to
and it's
find
obvious that like
value
if
later,
they've
no
not put
spreading
pressure on the
default
A side,
looking for
then
aggression.
the A guy's gonna rotate
50
towards mid, so like
Yeah.
he's
So
definitely gonna
seconds to
get
get
puked.
spiked
It
down,
is just...
and the drone's out on A.
You
You could have a
Arctic
good
with
B
that.
split here though, no? Pop the cage, run across,
They're getting past.
maybe.
This angle is not going to be easy. And as said, for Pacific, once they have Loiter in position, they're fairly
This
happy.
is quite hard to
I'm
hold.
gonna
on
flash it
backside.
too.
I'm trying to get
Oh, that's
proactive
fast.
with comebacks,
Shut up,
just
Neil.
too quick on the trigger.
That's pretty
Another
fast.
What about the
one
Jing?
with that operator above it as well to survive.
This
but
guy's really
that
fast,
just
man.
isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, honestly, I'll just
Comeback
shut up.
already with his third, another for Rose, and it leaves Soulcast
He
to
didn't
try and
really
fight
like this for
versus
the first
might
pick by
of
rounds.
Pacific with 4 players up
No.
against him. He's at least going to get himself one, but I'm not sure there's anything else to be having. In fact, they're backing off. They're happy to give him the plant. They're happy to say, you know what, get yourself in the
10
open,
seconds left.
stand forward, try and find us. We're not going to give you a single thing. We talk about youth
I like this,
versus
but-
experience, but the way they
Yeah, they
played
played
that
this well,
looked
yeah.
like an incredibly experienced team.
Oh, that was well drilled. Really well disciplined.
played this very,
display
very
from the
well.
side of
Not even
Pacific,
giving
and
him a
after
little
losing a
bit
round
here.
in the previous
Didn't even
to
give him a
Pistols,
chance.
They have certainly tightened
That's
up
how
the
he
gameplay.
started.
Delayed
3
audio?
round
No,
lead
yeah,
to
it's
the
just-
defensive
it's the
side,
stream.
and
It's-
economy
it's not
invested
my
for
stream.
APEKS. They've got a little bit stacked up on Sulcus. They've got ults, but the real problem is comeback.
Nothing
He's
I can
able to
do,
waltz
chat. They
around
should
this
fix
map
it.
I don't like how
by
APEKS are playing currently though. Like I do think they're playing a bit too tentative. Like I think they just need to go out
the
and
call was made. I
fight
don't
fire
know
with
what
fire,
gave
in my
Loiter the
opinion.
confidence to say nobody
Yeah.
is coming here, but he heard the
Dude,
drone.
when
nothing
we used to do this all the time in Liquid. When you play against an op, and you know there's an op, man, we just go fast every single time. Like I hate going slow go against an op, man. I know that someone's going to overpeak. We were never drilled
Going
enough
off
to be
each
able
other
to
as
proper
well.
default against an op. We just get picked off.
I think it's really easy even if you play like a double initiator comp with like, but then you can push the op up as all you want, but if you, then you have to wait for rechargeables and maybe use too much util. But like, but they can definitely push an op off with this comp. They just need to do it. Like we do it a lot.
So this is just something they've thrown in as like, okay, we're probably not going to beat you on this map, so let's try and switch our comp up. It's not like it's anything crazy in terms of what the actual composition is that they're running.
Trophy, yeah, the trophy looks good.
But this is the map that, as said, coming into things, APEKS, they are expected to win. This is 2 bans and their first choice. They have the advantage in this veto.
Yeah, I think they messed up in the veto. I think they messed up twice in the veto.
This is when it went though from APEKS.
I think they messed up by not having bind in there, but I guess their bind is
Neonaut's
full, so I can't be
ramp,
too mad at that. I think they messed up by not having a Semp fast.
They'll play retake on A if they need to.
They can lose 3-1 now.
Oh, they're going fast.
This is a team that's on the same page. The rewards clear so far. 4-1.
Fake over towards top mid, try and get the double rotate, then split over towards B when this guy's flex in middle.
The problem is these players now get split a little bit.
Oh, he's on that with the wrap, no?
Kayak continued on that push. Jalison down and Kayak all the way behind, but he is dropped in just one. Backside control still for Pacific. The op under pressure with players close and now left all alone. But he'll still
This
find one.
op backside is causing havoc, man. They just keep swinging them one by one.
A missed shot. And the only man still left
Jesus.
defending,
What are they
but
doing?
he is doing well. Finally, Mosey will be able to put
This is a
him
nice
in the
strat though. Pressure over towards middle, rotate, rotate. This guy is no longer holding market. Then he hit over towards site.
I do on the ramp, but that pisses
Send
me
it
off.
over towards market.
Made sure that they were surrounded.
This was a good timeout though. This was a great strat after the timeout. And plus they did what I said, right? Going fast against the op. I'm telling you, if you... Even in ranked this applies. If you're going against an op and you're doing slow defaults, it just doesn't work. You want to go fast against an op, you overwhelm it either on the site or it has to retake.
Like in terms of like macro.
It's like the cop-out way of
Big one
doing
as
it.
well, because look at Pacific's money.
He comes in with solutions.
It's absolutely shot.
They've certainly landed with APEKS back on their feet. 4-2 though, the lead for the defenders. They're not looking to sit back and let APEKS make a
I
move.
end up like this
Instead,
push, I'm not
getting
gonna lie.
very aggressive, double push down middle. One sat further back is Rose. Hasn't got
Maybe
the
not anymore,
but
though.
At least it's
that's
with the
support
guns.
utility that'll
Man,
come
the
in.
amount
Oh,
of
they closed the
times...
door though.
Recon, perhaps, to make
The amount of
its way
times I
in.
see
We'll
some
if
mad
there's anyone
teams
left
push
to
without
capitalize. Lloyd has been
like with the
caught,
worst
but they
guns, it
suspect
kills me.
a second player who've embedded himself in mid. Well, they're about to find out the hard way that's happened. Luckily, comeback, sliding
Whoa.
in for the battle with Kayak.
What
It's
the
hard
hell?
to trade eventually, but the number's thin for the defense.
It's just pointing at
You
each
guys'
other as
audio
they
is
go
slightly off,
past.
right?
Yeah,
That's a
it
good
is.
trade though for APEKS.
A little
So you
bit.
might consider like the amount of damage that was able to be done, hype being low, but it's more the weaponry. You've lost a couple of guns down mid and with the pistols on 2 others from the side of Pacific. This leans the advantage firmly into APEKS' hands. LaRock is the only man standing in their way, but well, it's between him and Comeback.
Do you
for
guys
who's
lose
been the
confidence
best
in
player
this
for
map?
this Turkish
Or
roster.
do you just feel like
Timing,
people
though,
sussed you out
has
a
not
bit?
gone his way. He's gone
I was
way
talking
back
about it the
around
other
the
day.
angle. I think even maybe
I
looking
don't
to
think-
try and check
I don't
if
really
they've
think
gone
we lost
through mid.
confidence
That's
that
one of the
much,
spots
but,
that
like,
was left open, and instead
It got to a
he's
point
now
where
hung out to dry.
every team was just banning Sunset against us no matter what. So it's like,
the span down. Look, you've got
our-
Hype pretty low. Sulcus
it's not like we didn't
tagged up
practice
as
it,
well.
but
Why
like
not?
when
If it
Abyss
doesn't
came
work
out, and then we
Pacific,
tried to work other
one
maps as well.
right.
Yeah,
Pistols,
it gets it
alongside
It's hard
naturally just
to-
gets neglected.
initiation utility to
Yeah,
get them in.
because
And a reveal
even though we
from Rose.
cracked it, people were still
Finds a
just
bit of
banning
information.
Sunset.
There's 2 spotted on the site.
Like we went through the entire
Used by
tournament
Evolve,
pretty
he's
much,
getting out of there.
with
Not a
teams
battle
just
to
not
just throw
playing
away and
Sunset.
around like this after position reveal.
I do
Halsey's
think
gonna
we
save gap. That's a
lost
problem. They're
confidence.
not
Oh, it's a
ready.
great Omen
A little
flash,
bit, yeah.
man.
But
Perfect from
we just didn't
Evolve's
play it
new
for a while, and
position.
then like we played Vitality,
LaRock's
who
got it all
slapped
to
us
do.
on it, and
That
then
rifle that started this out, well, a hell of a clutch if he can make it happen.
Really good
Behind
Omen
again.
flash.
On that side angle,
Yeah,
able to
and this
convert,
this
put
is something
APEKS
that
one round
Pacific needs to be
behind.
careful of,
Yeah, they weren't
where
expecting, well,
you should
rightly
look at the
so,
win
a
rate of
double up
after plants
in
when
that
people
back corner.
save the Omen
If
flash.
they'd
It's
come from anywhere else,
crazy
it wouldn't have
high.
been the best angle to
So
hold, but
I know this was a
knowing
low
where
buy,
LaRock
but they
was
got to
made
look out
things
for
that
that. The
little
fact
bit
that they're trying to
easier.
find
You
like
can
the
still
weak
see how
site
crispy
and
his
get
aim
onto
is
it
when he's
without
put
using
into
an
the
Omen
right spot,
flash.
but the same can be said for Kayak.
Because that, I
And
mean,
in
that
this
Omen
round,
flash
well, a
is
lot of it
everything
was
there.
just having that weaponry advantage, finding it early, getting rid of the aggression that they expect to see. They've been expecting
Okay,
it
here we
from
go
round
as
one.
well.
They've been
Big,
so
big buy
methodical in their
rounds.
takes of
We got
mid.
every single person here that can't buy next.
Back onto the operator.
Apex,
This has been the
definitely
gun
back in
that
this one, money-wise.
I think will
Did he
put
buy the
fear
op
into
this
the
much the
hearts
last
of
time we played Sunset?
any
I think
Apex
it's a reach.
fan with how
But
Comeback
this
guy
guy
has
just
been
just
playing
buys an
throughout
op
this
as
map
much as
so far.
possible. He
And again, it's a similar start.
it's something
That
like
early aggression
46% or something
over
that he's
towards A.
got
Say,
some
Lloyd's has
kind
gone
of op
quite a
or
bit
rifle.
further. than I was
Like
expecting
it's pretty much.
It still allows those
I mean,
gambles,
up or
But
outlaw or
APEKS,
martial.
I don't think they're
Yeah,
falling
it's
for these
got them.
tricks anymore.
Yeah,
They're
he's
ready
like the
to
highest
reclaim that
user
ground a little
out
bit
of
later
anyone,
on.
really.
Fair enough. I mean, he's good.
I mean,
for
maybe
us,
not China.
Pacific could
These guys
certainly be
crazy.
happy in a round like this and playing
Yeah.
retakes Rolling Thunder. Is online and available for LaRock. They've spotted players outside of A, waiting for the contact of
I quite
Lloyd
like
to
it
put
with
the
Neon
stun
as well,
through,
though.
and here it
You
is.
have good
It's
utility
time.
to
The stun is
reposition.
good. Isolating the closer fight, but Kayak's got a second lease of life now. 7 bullets left, and Lloyd can't land them. Come back.
The big
Locally
kill over
keeping
towards
the
middle on the
numbers in their
luck, though.
favor
Like
on the other
the
side of the map,
luck, the
shutting
kit
down
takes
the
down
mid
an
lurk,
Omen.
but the A site's still under threat. LaRock
Oh.
already contemplating the Rolling Thunder. That's
Yeah,
2 players
hate the
caught by
ult,
it. Rose
not
can't
gonna lie.
capitalize though. He's been caught
The same
too.
thing that I always talk
All
about
it
with the
does
breach ult,
is
right?
run this
Where
clock down
it's
lower.
like a breach ult
Leave
this
it
Yeah,
way,
moles around here.
and it
It's
helps
the
them
ult.
get out,
Less
so you're never going to
resistance
get
when they
anything
eventually
for
go
it.
for this
It's a
push.
pointless ult.
Problem is
You
with
always
those
wanna
quick
counteract
rotations on
the
Neon,
way that it
comebacks
pushes.
already here and easily able to open that up.
He's also buying time.
What a shot.
The time really isn't the issue. It's the amount of numbers that APEKS have remaining. Mosey's position is
But now they're not gonna expect this guy backside. It's a free kill anyway.
No idea the Rose is still sat towards the
Guy
back
is
of the
farming
site.
them a little bit.
Pacific extend their lead. But
Yeah, he
luckily
is.
for the side
Yeah.
of APEKS, this is not going to dent their finances. With winning that round off pistols, having a back and forth, they
I don't know how he's getting
still
such
are
easy
able to
picks.
buy. And with a Hunter's Fury in the belt of Mosey,
Like, look, like that's just a
Should
free
be a
pick
pretty
that you shouldn't be
decent
getting
one.
on over.
Do they think
But you
he's
could argue all of
rotated or
his kills are a bit
something?
too easy.
Moving into
I
the
agree.
next
Yeah,
round.
like
I
he's
think
not
they're
getting
very
pushed
easy.
off enough, right? Like they have like a really good comp to not get off.
Any question of this man slowing down coming into this series, pressure.
Like his kills aren't
what's
walking
on the
around
line,
and
all
flicking
around
in
the
like
window.
90
Yeah,
degrees
he's just
to the right.
literally
Like
killing
they're
people
right
right
into
now.
the crosser.
just on his
Yeah.
own team.
Though by time for a rotate, they had 3 there already.
Quite early
I don't think it made sense.
Like right now, if you play this round well, it's hard for him to get any value at that, right? Like he's stuck behind smokes the whole round.
Corner occupied when they didn't expect it to be.
No, they've been shut down. He's just gonna walk and pick them off.
Yeah, they're struggling against the
top
top
one.
one.
that they've got from
Back to-
Cypher. This
They're trying to
is a
fake.
round that has gone from bad to worse for
Oh,
Apex.
don't do it,
Lloyd
don't
has
do it.
taken
But
a
5v4
big
advantage
push
and your
with the
Neon
push-up.
pushing mid
I
all the
guess
way
he's
and that gets
content
pushed
that
to
goes
the
Yo,
other
Yeah,
side.
Omen's
this peak and
pushing.
spawn.
Yeah.
Like that's bad.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
He's trying to delay
He's
them
went for
with
the
stuns,
slam
but
dunk neon stun, bro.
Again, now
I
finds
respect
himself
that.
in no man's
I don't.
land.
That's playing.
Shotcats opening up onto the B site as well. This might be an overextension.
This is
for the
maybe
side
a bit of
Pacific.
inexperience
They
here,
had that
though.
advantage
This
in
one?
their hands.
Overconfidence, yeah.
Just again, the patience of
Especially
Apex
an Omen
brought
peak
this
in there.
into contention.
But then
The
what's
double
the
up of
spacing,
players
bro? I'm
will
getting
turn
to
this
it.
into a
Sorry.
3v3. Although the
I think there's a bit of
still
nerve to be
favours
played
this
here
Apex
and with the
squad,
Apex
and with a
squad,
solid
to be honest
flash
with
and a
you.
solid trade,
I've not
they
seen
still
Apex
find
really play like
themselves
this.
even
Holy-
LaRock looks to take control and leaves it all onto Mosey, the leader of
This
the squad.
guy's so sick,
He's got
man.
30 seconds
Okay,
to
Mosey
play
wins
with.
these, I think.
Looking for a little bit more. He's going to be pushed
gonna
back
get
by
off
the
and
aftershock.
shit.
But
But Pacific have been playing these situations really well,
He's
though.
trying to bait
Right,
the fight
this
in a one
LaRock
versus
Oh,
one.
then he on
guy,
off
this
the-
LaRock guy is
The problem is
crazy
LaRock is
good.
just a
He's the
ball
youngest
that
one,
can't
no?
From
be
his
defeated
perspective.
He's one of the
at the back of that
16-year-olds, yeah.
site.
That shot looked
Well, I know
insane from the
LaRock
spot, like
ends up
from
being
that
the
ball.
hero
He's
in the
done
late round. Jellison
mental
buying that
things in this
space
round.
and time, though. If Kayak's able to take that space,
He
this
was
will
their
fall
best performer
apart.
yesterday as well.
It is, though.
The guy was born in
What is a little bit
2007.
baffling, Tom,
It doesn't sound right, does it?
I left school in
in
2010.
that position with so much
Like-
information. I guess it was because they,
Oh,
again,
no.
they'd seen with the
That is
cycle that
absolute
there were
madness.
players on the rotate back, but that's all the more reason not to continue.
He was
the
born at the
aggression,
same time.
sure.
You probably left school now.
Jellison not
Yeah,
being-
I was
or
thinking- I
not
think it was
being at the
2008 when I
same
left
time
school.
was problems. Pacific, though, they claim the round,
Holy
even with those early
shit.
hiccups, 6-3. Double the rounds of Apex at the moment. This was Apex's first choice, their first battleground.
What?
Loida straight through. I think Hype's
Bro,
own
look
cage.
at their
He's
I like
Neon.
this Loida guy as
He's
well.
pistols
walking down
being all
middle
that
against
Apex
an
have to
eco
work
with
with.
an op.
They're already
Said it
good
a few
at
times,
Pacific.
but
They
Loida
just
just
can't
reminds me
play.
of Wood, bro.
Damn, indeed.
Yeah.
He's walking all the way down middle. They're
I love the whole
eco.
story behind it, you know? Like, I love it, but
Not much
I feel like
for
it's
them
a
in
bit of
this
an
one.
anticlimax. The fact that they can't
Oh my God.
know what we want.
Oh
What the
my
fuck's
God.
going on, bro? They're all torn again.
Finally, LaRock will put him into the dirt. But
Yeah,
with
it is a bit,
operator
'cause you know
in
that half
hand,
them can't even
an
play.
HP
Yeah,
advantage.
exactly. So it feels a bit.
So 2v5 at his
Possible
peak
for
is going to get
Sockers. I
unlucky.
think it's even
It's a
been
nice
calmed
goal
They
to
could just
double
come into
switch.
the league next year and be
Couldn't be
symbolic.
any worse.
What
It's
kind
a
of saved them a
I'm not
little
saying
bit,
that
that
they will
kill
be,
on
but
side
like,
again.
this isn't the
On
same
that
team.
Turkish
And
side.
then
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a
7-3.
completely different team, right? Like, maybe one of them will
Definitely
stay
got
on
a
the
little
bench or
bit
something
dicey
until
in
he's
the
old
mix of
enough,
things,
but
They
Someone
continue
made a good
to lead, and as
hypothetical in
said,
my chat. He
this is
said
a
that
map where APEKS have looked phenomenal on
they'll
that attack
probably
side,
end up merging
and
with
their best
supermassive
choice in
players.
terms of record this year.
I
This is a
can
pretty
see something like
scary
that
start
happening.
for a squad
Like
that
they merge with
ultimately
another,
has most,
They'll
if not all,
merge,
the
take some of
pressure
the
on their
players.
shoulders.
merge with another Turkish
Yeah, I
team.
think it's
I
just
think that
showing
is like the best
and
move.
obviously in this
Like,
round,
it has
Well,
to
it's
be
like you said,
supermassive
it's
for
still
me.
not the same team. You're changing 3 people.
in those
They'll just
early
bring 3
rounds,
supermassive
it's
players.
the fact that
Well,
when
what's
the
the
APEKS
other
go for
big
the control
Turkish
of the
team?
map, you think back to round 3 of
Firefox.
Vova, Ship
That's it.
walking up mid, same thing
Firefox.
for
It would be
Firefox.
one of those
Since then,
two
it
that
hasn't
merger
worked,
would
and I
make a
feel
lot of
like
sense.
in late rounds, Pacific
I
always
mean,
have the
some
man
of these
in the
players
right
were in
place,
Firefox
looking the
before, I
right
think.
way. And this time there's 2 of them.
Guys, they're just
Comeback and
walking down
Loida
middle
have
every single
cleaned
round.
up
Yeah, but the fact that they're not even
immediately,
expecting
putting
it
to
is a
bed
Is
problem for me.
crazy.
hopes of APEKS.
Because
You
it's
would
been
think
3 in a row.
3
Yeah.
versus
It's
5,
been
a
3 in
push
a
up
The only thing
Rose
I'd be
with an
concerned about, guys,
up-locking
first
down
10
B
seconds
main,
can we not
full
die?
Cypher setup change to the A side.
I mean, the
and
good thing
APEKS
is they aren't.
scratching their heads
I mean, I think
as
it's
to where the
inexperience, right? They keep
advantage
pushing
could
too much,
possibly
but
lie for
dude, they
them.
don't give a shit.
That's
They
the
are
thing.
sending it
This
everywhere.
round where
Right,
they were
it's like
patiently
a,
waiting for
I don't
aggression,
know,
and
man. It's
aggression
like the
comes to
no
meet them, and they
nerves, just
still
sending
lose
it
the
thing
battle.
against
Yeah,
a
yeah.
team that's
Loita
nervous.
even used the paranoia just
Like,
to get
this
them
is
out
APEX's
of
game
that
to lose,
aggressive
and I do
spot.
think they're feeling it. Like,
Now the
genuinely,
response
by
has
how
been
they're playing.
hunted
It
for
looks
it.
nothing like
It's
it.
just not been shown.
It looks nothing like
Ballsy.
APEX.
He's at least going to
Got
get himself
no
past
idea why
the
they
trip,
didn't pick
but
Ascent first. I mean, they messed
I
up
don't even think
heavy.
you can call that a silver lining at this point. He's got all
Well,
5
if this
players
goes,
to find. LaRock,
like,
okay, sure is on one HP, but
in
he's
current
absolutely
tempo, this is
nowhere near the
13-3.
spike. It's
Or
down
at least
on the
9-3,
other
but
side of the
Pacific are
map
incredible on
and about to
pistol.
be found
And then
by
you're going into
Comeback,
a
so they
bit.
can just swarm
Right, you're
onto
looking
that
at, you're
position
staring down the
whenever
barrel
they
of a
desire.
2-0 within the first
Will be the
hour.
one to bite
30
the bullet.
seconds left.
But other than
Wait.
that, okay. That's a second one at least.
The
The
spike
problem
is so
is
far
he doesn't
away.
actually have time to go and plant, and well, Rose still waiting with that up in the end.
8 rounds for
Surely
that defensive side.
they
Pacific
expect
have
something
come
middle
here
now.
to play, and APEKS,
And they're
well,
not going to push middle.
stalling out
There's
at
no
the
way they
start.
push middle again.
This is. I mean, you're right, Tom. You said at the start, and some of the rounds that we saw, some of the
Pacific
plays
is so
coming in
proactive.
that-
One of the most
Well, we thought
proactive
maybe
defenses
Pacific
I've
had
ever
a-
seen.
or
And
sorry,
it's all
CGN
based in middle.
had a tough day yesterday. They just didn't come in. They're making mistakes. Well, it's starting to look like maybe, just maybe, Pacific have got that secret sauce. 8-3. 1 round left to play for in the half, and the defense is facing off against 3 ultimates. That's at least a silver lining for the attack. The problem is the aggression for this
can have the
defense
middle
has
push,
gone
I mean,
nowhere.
kind of.
Luckily,
They are
APEKS
in
far enough
spawn.
back.
He slid
They
into
won't be
tile.
caught by
They
it.
are in spawn.
It's just mental, isn't
how
it?
worried they have
They
to
just
be
don't
right
care.
now of this.
But they have so much
young
information,
Turkish
right?
squad
It's
that
A
they
or
are
B at
hiding
this
point,
in
so-
spawn for the first 20 seconds of the round because of how fierce they have been at taking this map control. And you might be thinking, oh, have they given it up this time? No, they're still looking for more. Comeback has been shut
That's
out.
crisp out of over.
A good start. The patience
Do they
again
do they
rewarded.
really
For Apex
have their
players.
own
Oh, it's a
default in
second layer,
middle every
and he
time?
waited for
How
him to
was
go
he
and
dying?
try and
Yeah,
find
instead of
the
their
reveal on that
cypher.
body, and has got the kill through the cage even again.
That's a bit weird.
A waste of a blind, potentially, but
Loida
he
is
just
holding his
stood there
ground,
dueling.
but they commit to the
And
fight.
Neon
Big
as
miss.
well.
Look
man,
at the
that's terrifying.
spacing
Big
on that.
miss.
It's so
It
hard,
doesn't even
bro. They're just
matter.
running out one by one by
This
one.
guy is insane.
The real up.
They're
It's
all
not-
too good, bro.
It's not good by
Fundamentals
Apex,
are
but that was
the
nice.
9 rounds.
Yeah,
at
that was
half
nice,
number
yeah.
1 of APEX's map pick.
This is not a good looking sign for the side of Apex.
Look at the gaps in them running out though. They panic 100%. Look at that shit. He's so far ahead. Then this guy's dueling, this guy's dueling in the middle nowhere, and it's like,
Damn, bro.
I mean, that was incredible, but yeah.
Holy.
You
Yeah,
know
let me
what they
mute
say,
this.
you can't teach passion.
Apex are making them look insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are insane,
They
but
are
you can't
insane,
have
but-
rounds like that without a little help.
No, I do think Apex are really feeling it, so hopefully they can snap out of it. They just need like a couple rounds in a row to get like the confidence. You
Yeah.
can see it from pistol round, like that pistol round was like, it didn't feel comfortable. But like, you also have to take into account that Pacific are making them uncomfortable, but you
They
know, you have
are
to-
just.
as the experienced team, you kind of need to drag that back.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the we used to do this all the time when I felt like we had better aimers, where it's just like just do whatever until they can prove that they can actually like stop you from doing whatever the hell you want. Like just push an aim duel, and until they start winning the aim duels like twice in a row, then we'll start playing proper.
I think it's good. I think it's good to go out there and like the quote
Right.
Cobra Kai strike first,
Yeah,
strike
if-
last. You know, like
If you
it's
think
good.
you're better,
Yeah, you might as well grab them.
As they move on to the attack side, PCIFIC, well, they certainly
He's got
seem
another
to have
overhead,
cracked
bro.
the
It's
formula
bad.
of how to take down APEKS. Maybe it's the
You see it?
stage. Maybe it's the stage of the tournament.
No, I didn't
but
see it there.
I think it's just something that
Yeah, he's got
Pushing is
another
winning, then
one
why stop?
cardboard
Exactly.
cutout.
This is what we used to do, man. Like 2 in a row. They have to stop you twice in a row. If they can't do that from you just pushing middle, you just keep doing it.
Oh, man.
Imagine this was the
Pistol
team we
rounds,
lost to Premier.
1-0.
Like, yeah, I thought we were pretty good, but like, maybe we're not as good
APEKS
as we
got to win a
thought, and then you
pistol.
see them
This
doing the
is
same
one of
things
their
again.
I think
matches.
Coach
They were
Potatoes would have put them to bed.
confident they were going to win.
Stage in Berlin.
I think it exploded, yeah. But we couldn't be that guy with the judge on sniper, so that's a problem.
Oh, maybe on VC.
This is why I would have picked the Sam.
Okay, I wonder. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a team with a lot of expectations, and PCIFIC,
Nice
well,
by Herb,
at the
man.
beginning
Get
of
out
the year,
there
if you
with
thought
one
they'd be here, you're crazy. I don't even think
Hype is
they
back.
It's a good start in
He
the
is
pistol
back.
round, though.
Oh.
So I want to see
Just
this.
isn't
This is what I
stopping.
want. Clean pistol.
Finally, we've seen a response in
I
the
think one thing
second
about
half.
Kayak as well, like, I think
Can
his
this be
movement
the
on the
start
on
of
straight, but like
something
just
for
in
APEKS?
general, his
It has been a
first bullet
while
accuracy
since
is
they got
so
around on
clean.
the
Like
board,
he's
and
really
well,
like
let's hope they can convert it.
mechanically
What have we
gifted.
seen here in Ascension? I feel
he's
like
very
it's
nice to
been
watch.
close to a 40-50%.
Seen his Yoru as well.
Second
He's good on a
rounds
lot of
just
these
swinging
agents.
the other way in the games
Yeah,
we've been
I think he is.
casting,
He's like a
I'm
new
not,
school duelist. Like I think
not feeling
you got
too
the Jet 1
confident till
tricks
I
and you got
see
the one that can play like
all
a bit of
those
everything, and I
pistols
think
from
he fits
PCIFIC
the
on
bill
the
of like
ground.
a
Decent
good,
buy for
well-rounded
APEKS,
shooter.
lots of firepower, but also a margin for error. They've got a pistol, they've
Dual
got an
best flash?
SMG, so if they lose a player or two, it's
No.
not going to be
Looks
the
a
end
little
of the
bit
world.
way
Early
to the
aggression from the defense,
Looks
flash
nice
over
though.
top, Kayak round the corner, and a kill, and then some.
Yeah,
I
these
think
sort
that
of
one goes
rounds
a
have got to
bit
be a
deeper,
confidence
so you
builder.
get a bit more of like the
The way
one-way
that they've
angle.
been shut down in a lot of these fights. And as said, like you look at the way the last round of the last half happened, they were hiding in spawn. Like they had to sit back so far because of fear of what this Pacific team were going to bring them. For now though, as you mentioned, expectations are minimal. I'm curious with the light shields. That's been purchased by Comeback. I guess the hope is that maybe someone drops a gun that he can utilize. Maybe makes a mistake. That might have been
Oh
it for
my,
Solcast quicker
that
on the
scared me.
trigger.
At least he went into the
Weaponry
smoke properly, you
also
know.
slightly better.
He did the side turn in. But yeah, that did worry
Can
me.
they do any further damage? Can a sheriff find an extra kill? Can they?
Uncle Nyan, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 2 months. And Nate, the best as well. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, you too.
That is where the story ends. APEKS, that's 2 rounds in a row. That's the door open.
Do I think I ever go back to coaching? Yeah, I think so at one point. It's one of those things where it's like, I feel like there's no rush. Like, as long as I stay up to date with the game, I watch loads, I don't think I get too far behind.
If they get the bonus round, unbelievable.
By stealing their choice away, Sunset is going to see the defenders.
It's one of them.
The same
But
sort of
I enjoy
vibe
doing this too much at the
coming up
moment,
against this
so.
rifle round, and now the question of damage.
The trophy? Yeah, the trophy's sick
It
for sure.
flips over. How much damage can the defensive side do? This shouldn't be a round they win with all those Bulldogs.
Oh, we said that in the last.
Oh, we did.
Pacific managed to do it. If APEKS can do the
So
same,
the Bulldogs will pee, no?
start the
I'm going to the
conversation
first
of
round. It's not Vandal, sure,
whether
but
they're back in
it's
this
still a
map.
nasty gun.
Bulldog?
Because we've seen them
Yeah, I
have
like
slow
Bulldog
starts.
ever since
And
Fnatic
that's the thing,
started like
APEKS
using it
throughout this tournament
loads.
have been
Was it last
really
year?
interesting. At the start,
Yeah,
they were
I
having
love the Bulldog.
explosive starts
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's good as
crumble.
well.
On these
Then
angles,
they
man, it's
switched to
nasty.
having terrible
It's just like the
starts and
old
bringing them
famines, just
back.
good.
Yeah.
Over the last few
like the
games,
Source
it's actually
famines.
been fairly clean. They had some solid matches to make their way
That was a bit broken.
into that
That was a
grand
broken,
final
yeah.
first. Pressure onto Avova though. Again, it's the same sort of space taking, the same sort of control that they're
That's
looking
Babova.
for on already.
I kind of like the
Support.
Omen holding
Soul
close
Cast
left
will be
of
there,
A.
Kayak
Like
as
the
well.
TP back is
And for
just as
Pacific,
good as signed. Do you get what I mean? Like early aggro angle instead of the normal one.
There's not going to be a drone for a moment. That was the plan to clear the
I have no
site
idea
itself.
if they know what I mean.
Player spotted outside of A. We can see it's the one with the spike.
Be behind the match if I don't watch China.
Rotation goes in.
I do. I'll just watch some
Kayak
China
has
then.
gone to B. A much more open as the drone comes through, clears out this space.
Plus the meta changes
Solkis
every year, man,
players
it
in
doesn't
front
matter.
and behind the flash, it buys him a little bit of space to take that fight, and luckily Kayak is cleaning it up. Solkis does the same a little later, keeps the numbers even. Not a bad start for APEKS. Failing to catch the spike crossing is a little hiccup.
So I forgot that I need to use
He has to
push
get out of
the
there.
so I replied to
That would've
everything
been
you
a big
said,
kill.
and I didn't actually say it to you.
Would have meant they have an advantage instead now.
I thought you guys didn't understand what I was talking about, so I just
No, I understood. I was saying I think it's easier to die from like the left side, so I think people are less inclined to do it. But if you get rushed down, which against the Neon, I think it's very plausible.
They can gap close you and get it.
Yeah, it's so hard. Whereas like you can gap close kind of the same, but like I think you have more survivability if you're like alley or elbow. Like you could get the CT. Whereas like if you were getting gap close from like the left side, it's impossible.
When he has that ult
Yeah,
online,
I think that makes sense.
the expectation is he's going to want to get up in their face.
Good teammate of Larocque has dropped a rifle to come back, and I think
America's playoffs? Yeah, I'm doing America's playoffs.
Are on those aggressive early stances.
Okay, we're gonna start circling some people here. We've got 1, 2.
I sort of expected to see it here.
2 full loss bonus.
For the
Sure.
operator, you know that you're up against maybe a more
we
direct
got a
hit
3 and a
Pacific,
2 for the eco in this one, so big one.
Paranoia perhaps in the swing in, but
Oh, I like this. Oh, no smoke on the right.
Whoa! Comeback's able to get close, straight up
Crime
mid,
has been
fighting
committed,
into
though.
their spawn, and Hype now surrounded.
It wasn't really a mistake though, it's just the agent
Pushed
being
out.
a bit
Comeback's
rusty.
got both.
It's just,
Cleared this
it's
site
just
all
a
by
Neon.
himself, and he's looking for more in the spawn. Finally put to bed.
I'm
but
surprised.
the advantage is there for
Do they have so
Pacific.
many people aggro
He
A
was
that they never
patient
have someone in
initially,
time there?
hoping to give space to his
Because
teammates.
normally people would
Now
at
they've got
least
to be
smoke
careful
that the
not
right
to
side.
overextend.
Mid.
Loiter for a moment, like we've seen that.
I mean, at the start of the round, they revealed towards A, right? They scanned 2, so I guess they just assumed there was 3 there and it reacted.
Looking for a battle, looking for a brawl, with a man advantage they
scanned
don't
2.
need
At least
to
it was like
face, and instead
it was
ends
there and
up
it didn't get
evening up.
broken.
Here we go, it's the
Scoreline once
classic.
again. Post plant being fought for, the stun to hold
Go
him
half.
in place while the Hunter's Fury goes
Oh.
through, and Larocque has landed every shot.
This
that
guy's
was
so
called
good,
upon him.
dude.
That tap
This guy's
maybe
so
expected a moment
good,
to stick
man.
it,
It's
but it won't. It
crazy
doesn't
how
matter.
good he is.
It's all
He's
Larocque in
had
this
such a
round.
step up.
11 to
Like
5,
he's been
2 now
doing
from
really
taking
well,
map #1.
really well in the
And this is
online
Also a
season.
huge disadvantage.
But now he's on
Yeah.
LAN, he's
I think it's
insane.
also a huge disadvantage with like Pacific played on this stage yesterday. Like they're a bit warmed up with it, whereas Apex is kind of going
Bro, I
into
mean,
it.
he's
That's
just
like
flying
the
down the line.
disadvantage, right? Like, but then this was at the start. I'm mad. You would think that
That's
you
it,
know,
Tom. It
Soulcast,
really isn't. Not a
Abova,
lot of people out there.
Lolzy.
We
But
were
then it's
running
not
around the
easy,
studio
right? It's not
yesterday
that
asking
easy. It's
for
a different
predictions, and I
situation.
didn't hear a lot of
It's
Pacific
different being on the stage with a
3-0s.
different team.
Even from the Turkish cast.
Oh, I think it is. I think it is
Like
different.
they've all had experience on stage, right? But
And
not
if you
as a
ask them,
team.
maybe that map would be
Brunch
sunset.
with the
Certainly if
Neon
they look
ult.
at this veto. But here we are, Kayak desperately
Hey,
looking
this is well timed
to
with
pull back
Omen
an
flash
advantage,
though.
and he
When
will
there's a
find
Neon
there
ult,
it
there's
is.
always a way.
Weaker weapons for Apex, but one player down for Pacific.
Yeah, this ultimate is about all they have in this round. It's
It's a
Sheriff's,
horrible situation if you're
a
attacking
few
them.
shields here and there. But of course, that ultimate doesn't last forever. It's now a question of, does Kayak over-aggress? Oh, there you go. Already
Every
gone.
time the camera goes to Kayak, he's messing with his
I would
headset.
imagine as
Like
well
I think
that
he's
the
got a problem with his
weapon
in-ears.
Yeah,
Away,
isn't it? I was
Rose
thinking that
even.
too. When I
So
saw him shaking
really?
these headphones,
Just
I was like,
holding onto that
yeah.
control,
my
making
guy's
sure it
getting
can't be
farmed by
retrieved
the in-ears,
while his
man.
teammates go walkabouts in B main.
I know that feeling.
Oh, it was worse than
It's a
Saul,
risk.
man. It was so
Dude,
bad.
in
Rifle,
Champions, it
though,
was
if he gets
so
isolated.
bad, yeah.
And he is being isolated. Kayak on the wraparound. He knows now it's time to get
Uh-oh.
out of
No
here.
way.
Luckily, the Classic doesn't quite have the damage. Rose makes it back to his teammates just in time. Hype. Oh, he's been tagged up through the cages, through the smokes, and won't be able to deny them the space. It's a
Holy,
crazy play
what's
from
going on
Johnson.
in
He
this
thought the
run?
cage had another
30
on it.
seconds.
Luckily, he won't be punished. And the Pistols failing to find their mark except for
Thanks for
Avova,
giving
and
me
he
him.
doesn't last much longer. In comes the Outlaw.
I know exactly where
And unfortunately, it's not going to be all too easy of a fight awaiting him. Sure, a tap to the body for I think everybody will take them
Absolute
down,
shot,
and he's
though.
gone straight onto the head of Rose. A good start, but much more needed.
I was about to say, the neural theft almost helps him out a little bit. He wants players to face him. He wants people to know where he is. So he has a chance to isolate the battles, and now the remaining two know that. They're giving absolutely nothing away. Again, this stun
Like
from
the Cypher
B-Main,
goes close,
almost
yeah.
baiting Kayak into thinking someone might swing, but it's not. It's all about the time. It's all about
They
the
played these
clock.
situations
As
so well.
Jellison is the one to
yeah,
swing.
they really
no
do.
chance
This is
for
the
a
thing that I like
reaction,
about
no
this team,
chance
because we do.
for him
I
to
always
get
talk about
both.
the fact that they're just insane
Pacific
like
now,
players.
12 and
They actually
5
play a
in the
lot of
lead,
situations
7
like really
chances on
cool,
map number
like really
1
well.
to
I feel like
take a
this
lead in
Rose
this
guy
best of
deserves probably a
5.
lot of praise for
Lorak
him.
had one more HP,
Yeah,
maybe
I
he
mean,
would have went swinging that.
You
But,
can only get so far with
140
aim.
up against
Like
an
you
Outlaw,
can't like
probably
Yeah.
they're playing
play.
well fundamentally as
Waits
well.
instead, and they swing
In
together 12 to 5.
disclaimer, in
locked
most of the rounds they played
pause
fundamentally
for
good.
Apex is called.
Not every
And Tom,
round.
you've
Not every
certainly
round, yeah.
been complimentary
45
towards
fish.
the Apex timeouts, but This, I think it's fair to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, if your opinion differs, but this may be too big of a task to put on the shoulders.
If they win this from here,
Warclown?
I will walk down to Danito and kiss his feet.
Okay, I really thought with it being APEKS, you were going to pull a Warclown.
I will bow down to the coach. No, I'm not doing
I'd
what
shake
he
your
did.
hand after the game, Tom,
Yeah,
if
no,
you did,
I'm not doing a Copenhagen Games classic. There's about 3 people who understand that reference.
And one of them owns APEKS.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, if his pause changes the game to that degree,
They keep saying Warclown
he's the
because he
greatest
owns
coach of all time.
APEKS,
I
right?
think there's maybe
Right,
one other
some of
man
it.
that springs to mind.
Wait, does he?
11-3.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
picks him to the post by a round.
No, I
Well,
don't
like
think
the
so.
CS player Warclown.
But
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
reason
yeah.
that we talk about
No, I
in
don't
such
think he
high
owns them.
regard.
I'm pretty
These
sure.
sort of comebacks are
What was
not
the AND
likely.
guy?
Definitely not expected.
I think
And
he
with
was.
the way
I think
the
he.
Pacific have been able
I don't know if he
to
owns
play,
like a
it
small
really
amount,
will
but
be
he's definitely in the org, or
a
owns like a little
monstrous
bit of the org.
response. But even just getting some of the players back into the game.
I'm actually not sure. I haven't heard
I
that name
said
in a
they've been
long
shut
time.
down sometimes.
Right, I
fights that
can't
the
remember what game one. I
expectation
think it was
was
like
they win.
H1Z1. I
Facing
randomly was
1v1
in a
versus
server with
players
him.
like LaRock, and this guy's aim.
And it had been
I
like 10
genuinely
years
don't know
since
if
I'd
there's
heard his
anybody
voice.
better that I've seen even within the
Matilda speaks to him every
VCT.
now and then because they go to the same like festivals
A
and
young
concerts
prospect,
in
a young
Oslo.
talent.
So they actually speak quite often.
Right now, it seems like youth is outdoing experience. And again, on this attack side, they're patient. They're waiting for someone to try and challenge them, to see if there's a plan, there's an idea, just like there was in the last half. For now, not so much.
Damn,
what
bro.
a bait.
Wait, it's kind of
Avova
nice.
thinks he's following up on a blind
Kind of really
Rose
nice.
who's
7
desperately
chances, they get the
attempting to
fast
escape
picks.
market
Looking
and
good for this
instead
one.
goes
5v4.
straight into comeback.
I don't
Overwatch
know.
from
He's
far
getting so
away.
many
The
free
support
up
was
picks
there.
this game,
Rose
like, so
now
many.
lives late into the round. We'll get to use this drone to push Kayak back.
We've had this
We'll
up
get
on the
much
map as well, though.
information
Like I
for
don't
it.
know why
The drone
I've
is
gone for
quickly
that.
deleted, and they spot one in mid. I mean, for APEKS,
Oops.
for
Yeah,
APEKS, this isn't
not
an
sure.
I see Rose just start shouting after that dart goes down as well.
Maybe he felt like
it's
they
not
had
easy
no
to figure
info.
out where this hit's coming in. The pressure
So then it's
instead
like-
relies
They
on
didn't need
the individual's
information.
height
Yeah,
on
he
the
jumped
extremity,
spot
holding
on a
down this
position
side,
that
and
the
he's
cam
doing a
told
damn
him.
good job of it.
Damn, bro.
Round
Hype is
three.
here.
Okay, head's
back.
back.
The round is not safe
back.
just yet. Rose and
got
comeback
no
still
bubble.
lurk. He tries
Avova
to
had
find
no
him.
reason
The
to
head
peek
off
that.
his head
No,
reveals the
zero.
last man.
Because
He should have
they
been
had
the first to fall.
the angle locked on
with
A.
14
They had one guy
seconds
top
left.
middle holding top mid
He
push,
didn't
and
have
they had
much
3
of a
guys
chance.
both market.
12 to 6.
Yeah,
Like
both
Avova
the cam and
just
market
for no
together.
reason.
in a
Yeah,
row.
like just poor.
For Danny to see Tom after this game.
I won't even be mad.
Yeah, you're right. Bro is touching his headset every single time we're on his camera.
And it really did just come down to Hype being able to hold the line. His teammates also getting that cross. The fact that Molsey's able to deny players coming in from behind while this is going on is so integral. It allows Hype to just hold the line, delay as much as possible, play around his utility.
The thing is, the way it should work
Of course,
is like,
now the
if you're not
economy is
100%
called into
comfortable, don't
question
go
once
live.
again, but
Like, he's obviously
Pacific have
uncomfortable.
looked dangerous in every single round
Oh,
of
yeah,
play.
It's something you
sure.
should fix. Like, it's one of those
Sheriff
things you get with
for
experience.
comeback
Like,
doesn't even
if
seem
you're not
like
happy,
much of a
that's all you
detriment.
can
yeah, but I think
But-
if you're just not happy, you just don't go live. Like, they
Yeah.
get annoyed
Makes
with
me
you,
nervous.
but just don't go live.
If you like full on refuse, then yeah.
Already quite a bit of middle control. You can see
They
APEKS
could
are
just
aware of
be
it,
inexperienced
making
of
sure they
using
have
it,
a hold
right?
into
If
market,
he's never
two
used
players
Innis, this
watching
is a
that
fast
smoke,
plan.
with Kayak in such an advanced position on A. They don't have to worry
If that was
so
the case,
much.
I'd have definitely,
Maybe.
Oh,
as his coach, I would have told him to use Innis. Like, we told them to use Innis last year. Like,
Beforehand, yeah.
just when we were in like the office, just use Innis.
oh, it's to be a
Like,
devastating
everyone
way
did
to
it.
lose, man. Oh, that's a devastating way to lose. Holy hell.
Okay,
This guy farmed them, by the way.
That was his
13 to 6.
Comeback and
Pacific
LaRock
are taking
really
the first
farmed
map
them.
of the
They're gonna be
series.
so confident though. They're going into Abyss now as well.
This is what I said, man. This is why I'm always picking Ascent fast, because you can't let him get confident. And this is like a 50-50 matter with this
in a
one.
moment where, again, we saw them get
Could be
3-0
2-0 very quickly.
defeated
Like, that is